Hey YouTube, I decided to do a tutorial on how I made a Two Dots game clone in Unity. And this first video is going to be just a setup on how to just set up our file structure and maybe add some game objects in our hierarchy. So let's begin. Um, I'm gonna create in the assets folder a folder called, I'm gonna go to create and then folder. I'm gonna call this sprites. I'm just gonna hold all of our game sprites that we have, and then another folder. I'm gonna call it prefabs. Prefabs are like prefabricated game objects, and it's basically how we can reuse game objects and create a template for an object and just be able to reuse those instead of having to create an object with the same settings over and over again. We can have duplicate prefabs if we need to. So the second folder will be called Scriptable Objects. Our scriptable objects are going to be used for data-driven content to add to our game, and basically a scriptable object can be serializable and editable in the inspector and allow us to give data to our game that we don't have to give in the scripts. So another folder for our levels will be here, and the levels will be in JSON, in a JSON document. That's it for our folders. Now we can do some of these, create the sprites. So in here, we're gonna need a dot sprite. So it's just gonna be a circle. So we can go to create 2D sprites circle. I'm gonna call it dot, or we can say normal dot since we're gonna have different types of dots. And then I have a blank dot. We're gonna have blank dots in here. I've already made a blank dot here. I'm gonna drag it in, and this will be available in the description. So that's it for our sprites for now. Now let's create our prefabs. So to create the prefabs, we can just drag this blank dot into the hierarchy, as well as the normal dot. I'm going to rename it to just blank dot like this, and here I'm going to say normal dot. And then to create the prefab, we just drag it into the prefabs folder. So now that that's done, we can delete these from the hierarchy. We're also going to want to add a package called Lean Tween that'll help us do animations for the dots. To do that, we can just go to Window. If you already have it, you go to Package Manager and search it. But if you don't, you can go to Asset Store, and that'll pull it up in your browser, and you can just search for Lean Tween and then add the asset. So I already have it, so I'm gonna go to Package Manager, and then go to My Assets, and then Lean Tween, and I'm going to click Import. And I'm also going to go into scenes and change this from sample scene to level. And the next part, on the next video, we're going to do the board class and the board game object. So I'm just going to create an empty game object in the hierarchy. call this board, and that will start us off in the next video. We'll start off with this, okay? So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.